All right, let's talk conditioning now. I've got a program here that takes between an hour and 15 minutes. I run it 3 times a week with my teams, and it encompasses stretching, calisthenics, leg work, sprints, change of direction, and a few special purpose runs at the end of the session. I think that if you can get your team together 2 or 3 times a week and run it through a similar program to this, now there's an enormous amount of different things you can do from a conditioning standpoint, but I found that these drills really work well for hockey players. It's building on speed and leg strength, and then some push-ups for upper body strength. So let's go through the overview of the program, and then as we get along, I'll go through each one of the drills in detail in the 4-part series. So we start with 5 minutes of stretching. Then we have 10 minutes of calisthenics, 15 minutes of leg work, 15 minutes of sprints, 15 minutes of change of direction, and then I finish off each conditioning session with a multi-style run, which I'll go into, and a 40-second run, which again I'll explain later on. So that's the overview of the program that we run, and now I'll go into the detail of each one of them. Alright, now we'll go quickly through each of the calisthenics outlined in the overview. Here you see jumping jacks, very basic jumping jack. From here we move into squat thrusts. Now, squat thrust is a great exercise to get the athletes' heart rates up and to get them into the calisthenics session. Make sure when they're in the down position they extend fully out before they come back up. Next are squat jumps. And this is just a straight squat down and a burst up in the air as if you're going to dunk a basketball. Make sure you get a good squat and a full extension on the burst. Next are squat tuck jumps. It's the same as a squat jump, except now you're going to bring your knees up to your chest as you're jumping up in the air. Next we'll go into mountain climbers. This is another great drill. Knees to the elbows. You start off in a push-up position and go fast as you can in a 30-second time period. Prisoner squats. When the athlete is down, to make this a little harder, you can have them stay down for 2 or 3 seconds. And then lastly, we finish up with some push-ups. Again, we want to try to get in 50 or 60 push-ups throughout the calisthenics session. So after each exercise, maybe we do 5 or 10 push-ups till we get to the end of the calisthenics session. Okay, this one is called the octagon hop, and basically you draw an octagon on the ground, about the size of a stop sign. The athlete stands in the middle, and then on the whistle he hops out of the top, hops back to the middle, hops out of the right upper side, back to the middle, hops out of the right side, back to the middle, right lower side, back to the middle, the bottom, back to the middle, and all the way around. Keeps hopping in and out of the octagon. And what we do is we do this for 30 seconds. So the athlete just keeps going around, in and out for 30 seconds. Now it's not a big hop, it's only an inch or 2 off the ground, and maybe a foot forward, a foot sideways. And we do it again for 30 seconds. Then at the end of 30 seconds we finish it off with a 15-second stutter step run. And then they're done. We do that usually 3 or 4 sets. So it's 4 sets of 30 seconds and then 15-second stutter steps at the end of each set. This one we call the plus sign hop. And basically you draw a big plus sign on the ground. Athlete starts in one of the quadrants. So we'll say he starts here in the lower right, and then to here. And he keeps going through that routine for 30 seconds. Sideways, forward, sideways, back. Sideways, forward, sideways, back. At the end of 30 seconds, they stop. They do 15 seconds of stutter steps. At the end of the 15 seconds, the drill is done. We usually do 4 sets of that drill. So it's 4 sets of 30 seconds of hopping around and then 15 seconds of stutter steps. Now you can do this with both legs, or you can have the athlete do it one leg at a time. The first time through, they do it on their left leg. Next time they do it on their right leg. When they do it on 2 legs, make sure they keep their feet together and they're jumping with both feet at the same time. Now here's an example of the plus sign hop in action. This athlete's doing it on 1 foot. You can do it on both legs, alternate legs. Alright, this is the 5-dot drill, and the way you set it up is you draw 5 dots on the ground. These 2 dots are about 2 feet apart. These dots are 3 feet apart, and then you have one in the middle. And the way it works is it's a series of jumping, hopping exercises. The first one, you start with your left foot on the left dot, right foot on the right dot, and you hop both feet to the middle dot, and then back out, left foot, right foot, and then backwards. Backwards into the middle dot with both feet, and backwards to the end dots, right foot, left foot. And you go through that series 4 times. So you jump out, back, back, that's 1, out, back, that's 2. You do that 4 times. The second time through, it's on 1 foot. So you start with your right foot, and you jump right foot to the middle, to the outside, across, to the middle, back. That's 1. You jump back here, middle, outside, across, middle, back to the starting. You do that 4 times. Then you do the left foot. You start here, middle, out, across, middle, back to the starting. You do that 4 times. And then the last set is both legs again, out on the dots, 2 legs to the middle, both legs out to the dots, and then you flip around in the air, kind of like an old hopscotch move, and you're coming forward again, you're flipping around, you're going forward again, flipping around, forward again. 4 times for that. Okay, now here's an example of the 5-dot drill. You'll see here this is forward and back, and the athlete's going through that progression. Now he switches to one leg, his right foot, and goes through the same progression. Typically it's 4 times through the pattern. Switching over to the left foot now. Same thing, 4 times through the pattern. Just watch your body angle here. You don't want to get too far over. You want to kind of stay up on your side, straight up. And now here's the last progression where you flip around. These are spring jumps. Good squat and burst out. Try to jump, 6, 7, 8 feet. Walking lunges. Get down low. Don't let that knee touch the ground. Go out about 40 yards. Turn around, come back, and then do another 40-yard and back. And then last are stutter steps. Finish up all your drills with stutter steps.